As the leaders in representing homeowners in their greatest moments of need, Metro Public Adjustment can trace the company's mission back to the founder himself. Metro's passion for helping homeowners began with the president and CEO's own family story, a story that he turned into a mission. Now, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce to you President and CEO of Metro Public Adjustment, Mr. Steve McCaffrey.
Thanks, Leah. As President and CEO of Metro Public Adjustment, I want to take you back to the early years and why this concept is so important and what we do today. It was the years I was in college, and my parents had a claim at their home with significant damage, and they were not knowing what to do. They were referred to a public insurance adjuster at the time, which we never even heard of. And the public adjuster set up an appointment, came to their home, reviewed their policy, looked at their damage, and had the proverbial conversation that he was not happy to have with them because he knew he had to deliver some bad news. And the bad news was this: under the policy of insurance that they had at the time, they were not covered for that type of damage. So the public adjuster said there's no charge for their time to be there. They did the review, and they advised my parents the type of policy they should have had that would have covered this type of damage. So my parents went out to a new agent, got a new insurance policy with a very reputable company, with more insurance, more coverage, and here's the great news: the premium was actually less than they had, which really hit a nerve with me at the time. And I said, why would the original agent sell her such a poor policy? And were they entitled to a good policy? Obviously they were, because they were able to buy one. And a lot of people don't realize that. Insurance companies have to be able to sell you a good policy. They cannot determine a policy based on the type of a place you live or the neighborhood you live in. And they cannot do that. They have to offer you a fair insurance policy like everyone else in the state. And in doing some investigation, I said, well, they bought their policy when they bought their home, which a lot of people do. They took it, they put it in the china closet drawer, never to be seen again until they needed it. And at that time, they never read it, they didn't understand it. They just said to the agent, from my conversations, hey, this is what you need to buy your house. So I'm like, wow, this really is disturbing. But the good news is they were better insured for future claims, had they occurred. So what I started doing is referring a lot of friends and family, hey, talk to this public adjuster. Let them come out, look over your insurance policy, make sure you have the right coverage, because the wrong time to find out you have the wrong coverage is after the loss, because then it's too late. And many people are in a bad situation because they had the wrong type of coverage and weren't properly insured, and it's too late to change at that time. So I would refer this public adjuster, the client, friend or family, and then one day the public adjuster said to me, he said, if you go get a license, I could pay you for these referrals. So I was really excited. I'm still in college, and I was doing this for free because I just wanted to help people out. And that's one of the things I love about this business, is that we help people out. And we do it free of charge, and there's no obligation. And so I went and I said to the public adjuster, well, how do I do that? And he said, well, you have to pass a test and apply to the state. I said, how do I learn how to pass the test? He said, well, come on tonight and we'll teach you how to do it. So we showed up that night, learned how to pass the test, studied, and took the test and passed it. And I now was in an industry of public insurance adjusting at a very young age, where number one, I can make very good money. Number two, I can help people in a win-win situation, because inevitably we would always get them a lot more money than they would to get on their own from their insurance company. So it all goes back to, even though my parents weren't covered for the loss they had at that time, it taught me a very valuable lesson, and it became very personal with me, because my mother, my parents were taken advantage of by the insurance process, never to be happened again. So it's our goal and mission to go out there and educate people, to give them the options and to give them the understanding. And insurance today, no matter what kind of insurance, is very complicated, it's very complex, and unfortunately it doesn't have the greatest reputation, because people don't feel that they're going to get a fair shake from their insurance company. But guess what? With using our company, you can get that fair shake and have the peace of mind and the comfort of knowing that someone's there to hold your hand and take care of the insurance process for you. Thank you.